What does riding an ostrich have in common with a saggy iguana, a crazy-looking crab, a bunch of flamingos, a peacock guarding your car, and a strikingly blue drink? The answer is the Curaçao island, which, to be honest, I think is the most random mixture of things in the world. From the incredible Curaçao beaches to the fact that this country speaks 4 official languages and is located in the Caribbean, let me be your Curaçao travel guide and show you the place, the capital Willemstad, and take you to a Klein Curaçao boat trip. You better stay with me until the end because it's all about to get Dushi. My name is Soren. I throw darts at the world map and travel wherever they land. During my last episode filmed in Argentina, I didn't have enough time to throw a new dart at the world map and go wherever it lands, but I really wanted to, so I decided to find a new exciting location and make it happen. Which one was that? Well, I was always puzzled by this one small place called Curaçao. Not just the name, which means heart in Portuguese, but also a gazillion of atypical curious things that are happening in this Caribbean country. From discovering the cactus soup to riding an ostrich and finding out if they really hide their heads in the sand, I was ready to jump in and set up the dart throw for the end of this episode, which turned also to be a surprise in itself. The first thing I learned as I landed at the Willemstad airport in Curaçao was that even the word Caribbean is pronounced differently. While Americans typically say Caribbean, a lot of other people may call it Caribbean. However, both are correct. In Curaçao, most of the population speaks 4 languages: Dutch, English, Spanish, and the most important, the native Papiamentu. Why is that? Until recently, along with 5 other Caribbean islands, Curaçao was part of the Netherlands Antilles, which you probably heard of, but it dissolved in 2010. However, they are still under Dutch influence. I landed in the capital Willemstad, found a super cool place to rest called a koya, and started preparing for what is about to be an uncommon stay.
The weather here is very hot, nice beaches, sunny, and we are not in the sun of the hurricanes, which is also good for all the travelers.
But first, let's make more friends and understand why Curaçao is what it is today.
So today we're in historical Willemstad in the city center, and I'm going to take Sorin for a little walk through Otrobanda and Punda, historical city, and just telling him a bit of the history of the city.
Which was cool because Willemstad has kind of a unique style. It's divided into 2 very distinctive halves, named Punda and Otrobanda, and are separated by a bridge.
The other side you have Punda, and the name comes originally from the point. That's where the Dutch first settled, they built. And then this is Otrobanda, which is the other side, so literally means the other side in Papiamentu. Here is the Santana Bay, which is the entrance of the main harbor. So this is the Queen Emma Bridge, the floating bridge, which was built in 1888 by the American consul Leonard B. Smith, and it does connect Punda and Otrobanda with each other.
Why is this a popular attraction? Is that this bridge, unlike others, opens sideways and you may get stuck on it for up to 45 minutes if you don't exit when they ring the alarm. What's more important here though? It's the history.
Come with me. So this fort was built by the Dutch, opened in 1828, and after the British invasion, so the British occupied the island twice. The last time they left in 1816. So after that they built a fort on this side too, because on the other side there are 2 forts on the other side. And this part didn't have a fort yet. So to defend the harbor entrance even better, they built this fort as well. In the original walls, as you can see here, people used coral stone, which are stones that they found along the coast, to build the fort. As you can see here, you You can clearly see the structure of the stones are all made of coral. This one is a nice one as well.
Before getting to what it is today, Otrobanda also had a long history of slavery.
Slavery was abolished in Curaçao on the 1st of July 1863. Many of the freed slaves, they stayed at the plantations. Many of them came to live in the city as well. And Otrobanda was home for many of those free slaves. And many of them became goldsmiths, fine carpenters, silversmiths, shoemakers, and many of them were working in these buildings right here behind me. And here there's an example of how the streets in Otrobanda originally used to be. Cobblestones, all made out of coral stones found near the coast. So the stones were split in half and the flat part was facing the top. Nowadays, it looks different with these brick stones.
Moving on a lighter note, because I wanted to get to know the island a little better, I partnered up with the Curaçao Tourism Board, the supreme national authority when it comes to travel here. And they assigned me the most charismatic guide I ever had during filming Travel by Dark, Mr. Reggie.
Three things that I love and proud of Curaçao is first, our natives, so happy, so nice with everybody. That's the first. The second, to be speaking 4 to 5 language, communicate with the whole world, 5 language. And the most important thing, our peoples, our locals. That's why I love Curaçao, those 3 things. Like we saying, you will see it right there. Curaçao, Dushi, Bibe, Istime. That's our native language. That means Curaçao is nice, live it and enjoy it.
Dushi has everything in it. So whenever you need to express something nice, pretty, good, honey, dear, tasting, is always Dushi.
In that case, allow me to introduce you to the Dushiest food of Curaçao.
Today, we are going to taste some local dish of this island. Prepare yourself.
So what is some traditional food of Curaçao? Reggie took me to the central market where he introduced me to the most famous cook in the country, Zusti Plaza, a lady whose food has been featured in magazines over the years and who's not afraid to cook with a beer in her hand, along with her daughter.
The lady beside me. So the lady beside me is my mom. She is Zusti Plaza. She has 55 years work experience working at the old market.
So what's on the menu today? We have pumpkin pancakes, okra soup with a pigtail, then some meat soup and red snapper. I ordered a bit of everything and more.
We have funci, which is some sort of polenta in Italy, and we have goat. And this one here we have okra soup.
Okra soup.
What is okra, by the way? I don't know what it is. Here with Mama Zeus, who cooked all this for me.
Okra is a vegetable I never heard of until today, to my shame.
Yes.
And the soup is made with pigtail.
Wow, very rich. Very rich, right?
Yes.
But was good. After eating, the common sense was telling me it was time for drinking. So Reggie drove us to the famous Blue Curaçao factory, known worldwide, the maker of a drink that mesmerized me for over 20 years. Now I'm here looking at this somewhat smaller than I thought factory, responsible for a beverage that's exported to almost every country in the world. What's the secret of it?
The fruit, normally we call it laranja. You guys call it orange, we call it laranja because it's bitter and you cannot do nothing with it. But what happened, the owners from here were Jewish and they came with the idea. The farmers said here at Curaçao, they bring it here at Chobolobo and they cut it and leave it dry in the sun. Like this guy is doing, this fellow is doing, and they're gonna leave it dry in the sun for 5 days. After 5 days, they get him out And they put some sugar and some spice and a special secret product in it that I cannot tell you guys. You have to be living in Curaçao. And we leave it cooked for 3 times. That's why we call it triple sec. And it has 38% alcohol in it. Clear white is the first way that it comes out. After that, we added food color in, like blue, red, green, orange. Why? For your mix of cocktail and the same orange flavor. And now we have different other flavors like coffee, chocolate, rum raisin, brand new one, tamarind. This is orange flavor. The color is different, but the same orange flavor. See? After that, we have the tamarind. Here you see the tamarind, and behind me you can see all these tamarind trees, because here are the trees. We have the trees right there. And another one, coffee flavor.
So I decided to come this side because apparently it's a much better deal. All right.
Now let me say Prost.
Liquid chocolate, just how I like it. Is there white chocolate?
Okay.
Bueno. Okay, we'll stop filming today right now because we have stuff to do around here.
I just had a great time at the iconic Blue Magic Factory, and since it was about having a party and continuing it, I did post an invitation for fans and friends again on the Travel by Dart social media accounts to join me here. I even promised I'd let them throw the dart at a world map for me and I'll go where it hits next. Could anyone show up on short notice? So who would come to a random country within a short amount of time on an out-of-the-blue trip for a challenge that I called the Spark Experience?
I've been following Soren's adventures with Travel by Dart, and I always thought it was so exciting. But, you know, life is such that you say, oh, I'd love to do that one day, and I'm going to try it, and then you get busy. There's always something at work or something's happening, and you can find 1,000 excuses not to do it.
I like to do experiences that are a bit out of the ordinary.
When I read about Spark Experience, I told me that I must make everything to come here. Doesn't matter the way, the time, the distance, because I felt that this is my way for this year.
You only go around once, and like for my wife and I, our children are gone now and it's just us. So at home can be real mundane.
It's just different. All these years I've been going on so many vacations. It's always good to try something new, something different.
It's nice to get out of your comfort zone, to be able to talk and meet new people and what people do in their lives, doing things that we might not normally think about doing. I mean, I would never think about riding an ostrich or anything like that, so.
Well, riding an ostrich is exactly the first challenge that I have for these guys. So we went to the local ostrich farm. However, since we had a whole new crazy experience there, it deserved its own feature. So I made a separate video just for that adventure. You can watch it by clicking the link on the screen. Now that we got the challenging part out of the way, it was time to check out another unique thing of this country, the deserted island of Klein Curaçao.
That's a paradise on earth. You take a catamaran or a boat and then you go to that small island for snorkeling, enjoy a day at the beach. That's an amazing place.
We saw some turtles, we saw some dolphins. Was snorkeling, and the turtles are pretty much coming right up to you when you're snorkeling.
As far as the island being uninhabited and shipwrecks and the old lighthouse, that was about as cool as it gets. I enjoyed that a lot.
Loved exploring the old lighthouse and the old shipwrecks, and that's like right up our alley.
I like very much the beach, the sand, the color of the sand, the color of the sea. And I like because it's a salvage island.
It was the type of getaway that everyone needed. We went back to Willemstad and prepared for the next day, which brought us the dart throw at the world map. Today on the beautiful island of Curaçao, we are going to have another dart throwing ceremony. And because I have 5 good friends with me, they are going to do it for me. And we have the dart and they're going to be blindfolded. And because they are 5, there has to be some rules, so who's going to win? All of them are going to throw a dart each blindfolded. Whoever doesn't hit the map is out. Whoever hits a country I've already been to is out. If the dart hits the ocean, I'm going to the closest landmass. And this is how we determine the winner. If there is more than one person left in the game after the first round, they get the chance to throw again without the blindfold. And this time they have to get as close as possible to the country they hit the first time. Whoever does it wins. And I'm going to go to that country for the next episode of Travel by Dart. Alright. Oh, she is out. She didn't hit the map. So. Alrighty. Oh, you almost made it, but we didn't. And it seems like the closest landmass is actually Australia.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Oh! India. India. Maldives. It is Maldives.
It is Maldives. Good one.
And the last one was Mike, who hit the map but the dart didn't stick. So the final was between Amy and Lily without the blindfold, Australia or the Maldives. Are you a professional dart thrower or what? Very close. So we are going to Maldives. I don't know if it's going to be in the next month, 6 months or a year, but I'm very, very excited that Maldives is one of the most sought destinations and touristy, and I'm happy that, not gonna lie, the dart didn't hit any of the war-torn countries, and it's another great one.
Has definitely been an experience of a lifetime. More than just the beaches, more than just the swimming.
This trip is for somebody who just needs to step outside the ordinary. I learned that it's easy to define yourself by what you can't do. It's easy to say, oh, I'm not brave enough for this, or I feel worried about that, or it's not the right time, or it's not the right place. Saying I'll do it is always the right thing to say. You'll never regret it.